Hey folks, my name is Pravus, welcome back to more Frostpunk 2 in New London. The whiteout is here, and last video we spent the entire video just getting prepared for this moment, but oh my god, we pulled it off. We pulled it off in a very, very big way. Like, look at this. Sure, I'm burning through my coal and we have only 26 weeks remaining, but I'm still building up a massive amount of oil. I haven't even turned this on yet. We've got enough food to survive this. Like, we're gonna be fine. And this is with the whiteout that arrived at week 275. Last time on an easier difficulty, I had it at week 400 and we barely survived. This time, I think I'm snoozing. We're totally set. It's ridiculous. Now, there are a few things we can do to make this a lot easier, though. First off, like, for example, my coal production's off. Like, we could just turn that on. That would help a little, I suppose. Not as much as you would think, though, considering how bad the heat demand is. We're making basically no food. Our food districts are just going to be terrible in their production during this, and they take tons of heat. It's probably worth just turning these off, to be honest. So I think we will. That saves me at least a bit, so that stretches me out to 31 weeks of coal. I can almost survive the storm with just coal and no oil. Plus, we still have 53 weeks of food, which is almost exactly how much I need. The storm lasts about 50 weeks. So we're set across the board here, guys. We are actually completely set. Once I start getting capped out on oil or I'm running low on coal, all I have to do is just swap over the generator and we're good. And I'm not even using the overdrive. Let's turn that on and see what happens. Nothing. There we go, minus 600. We literally can make it on just coal. I mean, I don't think the overdrive lasts that long, but you get the point. Oh my god. Yeah, it turns out the evolvers are really, really, really good. It's amazing. Now we've researched the carrion coal liquefactor, so if I wanted to, we would be able to use my coal to just create some more emergency oil. Though to be honest, I feel like that's not as good if you go down the Embrace the Frost route. Because if we played as the Defeat the Frost, we'd have a generator upgrade that gets me 5 heat for every 1 oil. As it is right now, I think we only get 2 to 1. So oil is better than coal, and the carrion coal liquefactor does produce more oil than the coal it uses. So it is a net increase in heat, for sure. But, obviously, the oil goes a lot further if you are playing with progress. So as is right now, we're just fine. We're just straight out fine. So let's start thinking about what's going to happen when we want to go to Winterhome. We'll need to start getting some what, exactly? Well, there's a few things we'll probably want, right? Some filtration towers could make sense. We're gonna need freight docks. Yep, there's something I could totally use. Boost up our outpost production from Skyways. Housing blocks. Right now we're okay on this since we're sending people out into the Frostlands, but this wouldn't be a bad idea to have. Youth, we could do something there, try to get a bit of extra, a bit of extra health, since that's kind of the big thing we suffer with as adaptation. We're gonna need fighting hubs. We're gonna want communication hubs. Everything else is kind of optional depending on what we need, because hubs are not as good as you would think. So I don't know. I mean, we're really okay as is. I think for now we just go for the freight docks. It's just good, right? No reason not to. Actually, maybe we want to go for the automated freight dock. I don't usually go down a lot of progress. This would throw them a bone. That's a lot of extra capacity. And I actually might hit that. That's how good our transportation's gonna be. Yeah, let's research this. Let's keep in mind also, if we go back out over here, that some of my facilities are capable of running throughout the storm. If we had gone for another upgrade, I'd still be making materials. For example, Tesla City is always running, and it is greatly increasing my research speed, so that is valuable under all circumstances. Could have done the same with things like this as well. It's just ridiculous how good this is. How are we doing over here at the... Okay, we've actually already finished extracting all of these. Really? We already extracted all of these prefabs. There were, like, none here. Okay, no, that's fine. We are running very low on food here. That admittedly is a problem. I'm just flabbergasted how easy this has turned out to be. I did not expect this. I really kind of stumbled into the optimal build order, I think. It really wasn't exactly my intention. I'm not unhappy about it. I just really didn't expect it to work. Let's see if we can get this and negotiate with the Frostlanders. I want them to vote for it. Sure, a carrion coal liquefactor is something I want to do. We could also build another one of those Vanguard logistics bays. I want that too. I want both. They're both good. Well, let's go ahead and get the carrion coal liquefactor, I think. Trust rises, all looking good. Then we go to industry. We get the carrion coal liquefactor. I can fit one over here easily. And then I'll be producing enough oil, I could probably just shut off the coal and we'll be fine. And I'd like to reiterate again, we're still deactivating this coal. I could go down to this and have 103, good God. There's a challenge mode in here somewhere. Can we beat Frostpunk 2 without ever activating oil? It'd be hard, but I'm not gonna say it's impossible. Anyway, up over here we found the mushroom cave. We are not taking the mushrooms. We are going to create a new food harvesting site. 200 prefabs is a lot. It is. But okay, we'll do it. I can start harvesting, I suppose. Right now, for now anyway, it's okay. Trade for goods. That's not a bad trade, honestly. I will do it, 100%. And if we rebuild the Hot Springs Refuge, we'd make people pretty happy. The lack of prefabs actually scares me, though. That is a huge problem. We need more prefabs, and we need them fast. We can build this one over here, though. Got just enough population to make that work at the moment. I need to stop sending so much oil back to the city. We do not have enough to survive. That's fine, though. We'll still have plus 515 in New London. So if I go here to the generator, we could turn on oil instead. That is a lot of heat, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, now we're only minus 200 oil. I've got 156 weeks left. Oh my God! I'm obviously very satisfied with how this has turned out. I'm shocked, but I'm very satisfied. Do we want to go ahead and get ourselves the automated freight dock? Yes, build. On the far edge, we found the crashed Hulk. That gets a lot of stuff. Sure, I'll pick them all up. Why not? More food. Sure, that solves some more problems. And the reverberating wreck. Increase workforce or get a core. Honestly, I think we're gonna be fine on workforce. It's a little bit weird from last game, but we learned that toward the end of the game, we end up having way more workforce than we know what to do with. We can establish a stockpile limit here at the outpost, or salvage the settlement for 100,000 materials. My God. Now, I'm actually okay on this right now. And then over here, Stormwatch, increase exploration speed, seems like a smart play. And we might as well connect it by Skyway. I don't know if I can turn this into a settlement, but if we can, maybe it boosts up our speed even faster. So now, 153 weeks of oil, 202 weeks of food, 294 weeks of goods, and everything else is in the positive. Oh my God. What about outpost operation over here? Reduce their upkeep? That wouldn't save me much, would it? I actually don't know which one's better. Like, there is a requirement here. 20 food and 30 oil. Sure. Over here right now, it's just requirements there, but if I did this, 24 food, 20 oil, like, it would reduce the requirements, but by how much? I feel like actually just boosting their production is probably straight out better. Well, let's just focus on getting other things I know I'm gonna need for now. Ventilation towers and stuff like that, just to reduce squalor, yeah. We can now access the spring here. The hot springs will reduce disease, which is great because I'll need less hospitals. We could build a sanatorium here. Disease further reduced. Interesting. The Stormwatch cannot be upgraded. Okay, fair enough. So it's just straight out faster exploration. That's fine. Over here we found a bunch of goods. I mean, I could take that. I'll leave it for the moment. Take in some sick people. Disease goes up. I'd like to inoculate our people, but I need experimental treatment to do that. That'll give me a lot of Frostlanders, though. And then I'm not going to hunt the seals. We're going to protect them, making the Frostlanders and the Evolvers a fair bit happier. Worth. And then over here, 3 more cores. Yes, please. Sacrilege by the Evolvers. Oh, God, they did something. Okay, well, this is going to peeve some people off. Steward the Evolvers of Sea. This is the city's main temple and converted it into a hospital for whiteout victims. Every evening for 30 years, those fanatics have wasted valuable heat worshipping here. Now we're using it to save lives. The Faith Keepers beg you to restore their temple. The city already has the means to care for its injured. The Evolvers are using this as an excuse to fulfill their blatant desire to eradicate our faith. I actually think that might be true, is the thing. We could restore the temple. Main district provides trust. Make Faith Keepers happy, make the Evolvers unhappy. Or the main district reduces disease and heals. I think I'm gonna do this. We're trying reconciliation. I don't know if it's it's nowhere near enough to make the Faith Keepers happy, but like, come on. No. We do actually have hospitals. Like, guys, don't just force yourself in that way. You're just causing trouble, and y'all know it. New laws, anything that would make a difference here? We could do conservative treatment. It'd be a way of reducing disease. I haven't got experimental. There's nothing I really want to pass right now. So tell you what, Faith Keepers. I don't usually get to do this, but I will grant you an agenda. They want to vote on the conservative treatment. Fair enough. Unsurprisingly, it does not pass, because the Frostlanders and Evolvers have a supermajority in the city's population. I probably shouldn't have built it up that way, but I did. What are other things that I could get that would be helpful right now? We could go for the prisons, maybe. I think that's worth it to make sure we keep a good handle on the crime, because we know that that's going to be a thing. Once you survive the whiteouts, this game changes in tone. It's no longer just about surviving the elements. It's going to be all about surviving the people. All right, the overdrive we cannot leave on for much longer. Now's a good time to turn it off. This is where I'm going to start burning through my oil. But I've still got 51 weeks left, and in just like less than 10, the whiteout ends. And look how much coal I've got. We're about to be stacked up again. Like, I might as well just turn this over to coal so we don't waste the time. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I love being adaptive. Let's go ahead and start getting things like fighting hubs. Because I know that there are going to be events that will occasionally cause things to boil over in the city. So it is 100% going to be worth trying to make sure that we have a way of getting on top of that and quickly. And I'm waiting for that temperature to increase in just a moment. Any second now. And there it is. By week 309, we are now in the clear. And we're back in the positive on... Oh my god. Oh my god. We're even positive on food, and I don't even have any districts on. Now, the temperature is going to drop down again very soon. Don't get it twisted. It's still going to get a little tricky. Still, we'll be fine. I want to hook up this Tesla crater, by the way. I know it's not a lot of prefabs, but it is some. Maybe now's a good time to just go ahead and get the outpost operation. I think so. All right. So, this is going to begin Chapter 3. The whiteouts are still a threat. Really? Because they never come back. Ice turns to steam as the whiteout wanes, but the return of the whiteouts has sobered even the brashest among us. We cannot rely on just one city to survive. The whiteouts are still a danger. We must settle strong, sheltered locations. And there's nothing stronger than a site with foundations of a generator in place, like Winterhome, a cursed place. But large enough to support a growing population, the roots of its generator still hold strong in the frozen earth. If New London falls to whiteouts, we all fall. This is where I think that the game would be so much more interesting if there were multiple whiteouts. Like every 200 weeks you had a whiteout, or something like that. Getting faster and faster, just like in Frostpunk 1. Anyway, alright. A very successful Chapter 2. An unbelievably successful Chapter 2. And the thing is, Chapter 3 is supposed to be your opportunity to really build up before things get a lot harder. It's saying I should take my time. And I guess that's fine. But like, I really don't feel worried about whether we go to Winterhome. Like, we could probably speedrun the rest of the game, like, right now. I'm not sure that'd be wise, but we could. Now, amazingly, I am out of population. When did that happen? Well, let's get one of these automated freight docks up and running. We'll see how much of a difference that actually ends up making. I'm watching my economy up over here. Now, it's not fully representative. Looks like it did absolutely nothing. Really? Nothing? Now, I know that, like, some of these things are still shut down, so I guess I'm not really surprised. Anyway, the Evolvers will never forget that you reverted their hospital back to a temple. I mean, let them never forget. I stand by it. We're still going to colonize Winterhome. You're going to get what you want. Shush. Starting to have a bit of squalor. It's minor right now. We could fix that if we wanted to build a moss filtration tower. That would solve that entirely. But I'm pretty low on my workforce at the moment. So what else would I prefer to have? Another goods factory would not go amiss. That is for sure. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's get another one of those up. That at least gets me back in the positive on everything I care about. Okay. Gonna run out of wood here at some point. One downside of playing as the adaptation faction is we're not going to get to take advantage of these infinite sources of resources. So let's be aware that that's a problem, but, I mean, I think it's a fair trade. Upgrading these things so they are infinitely going to provide us more and more resources and can never be stopped, like, it easily pays for itself. Easily. Oh, and I also forgot we can train the workers again. Yeah, do this. Look at that. Boom! Evolvers, can you give me some funds? Thank you. New Londoners, is there anything I could research that you'd be happy with? No, you just want me to do things. Extraction strongholds? Yeah. I mean, what does this do again? Production efficiency and outpost is increased. Oh, it's not even active yet. Right. Well, then yeah, let's pass that. What am I most at risk of running out of in this city? Food stockpile and some materials. We could work toward the iron mine over here. That thing's really quite good. Cold has sunk back in. We're full on oil. Let's change this up. Still in the positive. Oh my gosh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, we need more population. Now's the time to go look for some more Frostlanders and say, hey, you want to join us? Like, we'll take in these infants. Okay. Percentage of active workers decrease, but population growth goes up. I mean, I'm not going to let you keep killing the babies. Like, that one should just... That should stand without reason. Like, I don't need to explain that any further. We're going to take these sick people in. I know we don't have experimental treatment. And the disease... Is this permanent? It's fine. We got the hot springs, right? We can set up a sanitarium. It'll be fine. So I'm getting 16 prefabs per week out of the Tesla crater. It's not going to last very long, but that is helpful. Over here, we found the Road Expedition. That's a bunch of new Londoners, which is going to change up the population demographics a bit, but I think I'm willing to accept that. 100,000 more coal, though. Yeah, I don't have the material stockpile for that, but okay. Pressure point, Winterhome. Okay, so the Faith Keepers have gathered en masse, publicly flogging themselves to atone for your decision to settle Winterhome. Our pitiful flesh is weak, one priest cries as he whips himself. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. Yeah, we have solutions to that with the Evolvers, just FYI. It needs warmth, a strong generator to survive. We could salvage the cores from Winterhome, that we might thrive once again. The Evolvers argue that this is an act of self-flagellation, is a public disturbance, and warn that it may encourage others to join. Ban it, increase the fervor of the Faith Keepers, or ignore it, and they may gain new members. I mean, yeah... I don't want your fervor to go up, but I'm going to accept it. It's fine. Do that. I could then promote you and this gets rid of it, but then they'll gain members anyway. What would be better is if I could find a way to get the new Londoners to help de-radicalize them for me. But they need to really like me for that to be a thing. Well, I don't know. We'll leave it alone for the moment, but I do need to find a way to get rid of this. Technically, I think a prison could do that too, couldn't it? Pouring ice on fire, growing radicalization. Steward, the growing fervor of certain groups in our city has come a cause for alarm. Agitators rile up tensions and push their faction to radical and violent action. Provided we build enough prison space, our guards could place such militants in preventative arrest. Spell and detention would cool their heels. Yeah. We already knew about that, but I'd like to find other methods of dealing with them. I've really got to get more of these Frostland teams up and running. I think I decided that I do definitely want to improve this fortitude base over here. Because, if I can get the workers for it anyway, we're going to need so many teams just to operate outposts, and since we don't have the infinite resources, the outposts are our literal lifeblood. That's how you're supposed to play with Embrace the Frost, right? So to me, it just makes sense. The Faith Keepers are beginning their protests. Creepy mask, dude. Kind of wish I had this cosplay. That would look great. All right, we're not accepting their dream. That ain't happening. Research punitive prisons and dutiful youth, or convince them to stop. I'm not sure I can get their relations up to neutral, if I'm honest. Probably only if I promoted them and gave them members. I mean, can we find a way to do this? I need to do this eventually anyway, right? For reconciliation? Let's try it. Let's try it. I think we need to, but the protests are now beginning. So I've got to get you guys up there. That means promote, and that is neutral, and that should stop the protests immediately, right? Yeah. Hey, that was easy. All it took was letting them have a little bit more membership. It's still not very much. Anyway, politically, we're looking good across the board. I still want to get the Evolvers to be a bit happier, for sure. If I grant them an agenda that gets them up there, I just want to have the ability to train workers on demand, all right? Need more housing. It's been a while since I've had to worry about that. So I'm curious, if I went over here to Winterhome, I mean, we can't do anything until the storm has passed. But I was curious if maybe it will tell us whether it thinks we can handle this right now or not. The game does tell you. Oh, we think you're ready. Can we still do nothing with this, by the way? Too inaccessible. I just feel like there's got to be something here, right? Like, if I built a totally unnecessary skyway over here, would something change? I kind of feel like it probably won't, but I wish that it would. Yeah, so now even though I have it connected, it's still too barren. What is the point of this? What is the point? I know what it is. Yep, All right, I think I know what it is. So there's a third ending to this game, right? So you have the captain's victory, which is what I did the first time. We have reconciliation, which is what I'm shooting for this time. But there is also the option to banish people to another city. I'll bet you that's it. We literally banish them into, effectively, Frostland, Australia. That's what we would do. Just a little bit mean, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Whoa! Population just jumped again. 3,000 more people. It's all the babies we rescued. That's what's doing it. I don't actually know if that's true, but it sounds good. We've got another nice little stable crevice over here. Let's try to make good use of this. And this should be worth a pretty hefty amount of heat. Is Winterhome open yet? Yes it is. Okay, so if you connect a trail, we could do this. This is an extremely dangerous place. We better come prepared. I think that's the game saying, you're not prepared. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like we're looking pretty good. I mean, my population's not as high as it could be, but besides that, let's go over here to Fortitude Base, by the way, and use some of our extra people. We're just going to do this. 50 Frostland teams is massive. Now we can really explore the map. And we'll also escort back some more Frostlanders. Why not? More population I can spread out to more settlements as needed. I wish there was a way to downgrade a base, though. Right? Like, if I wanted to get the population back, that could be useful. We're getting notices that I am setting my city too close to the adaptation and merit. Oh, wow, we've done no equality laws in the entire game. Ha! Yeah, no, we are, definitely heading toward those cornerstones, but we're not activating them. Don't get excited, it's not happening. Disease has grown a little bit too much. If I could get some more Frostland teams real quick, let's turn this off. I need to set up a sanitarium. I think that would help a lot. Let's do it. And then we could improve it further if I had even more teams. Yeah. In all cities and colonies. Huh. Well, we don't need the food right now. So now Hot Springs has a pretty massive population. So maybe that was a slight mistake in that we may have just turned too many things off in New London. I don't know. Now, we still got the population to go around. And the disease is now diminishing. Wow, that works. What are some other things that we could work on that would make sense? Emergency medical hub, surveillance hub. Probably communication hub, just so we can boost up trust if we have an emergency situation. Sure, we'll do that. This is funny. Insanity is trying to pass the same conservative treatment to madness again and again. That's funny because the Faith Keepers, every time I grant them an agenda, that's what they pop up. We've probably voted on it 4 times and they always lose. That's actually pretty clever. Let's go over the city-run alcohol shops. That could get me some more heat stamp income. I'd like to stop raising funds from the groups now. We're kind of at that stage of the game where any long-lasting relations impact is going to be very painful. Anything else that we could do here? Manufacturing outpost, absolutely very good for us. IEC storage, sure. Looking for more places that we can explore. We've got a lot of teams to go around. Now is the time to finish things out. I think we're almost done exploring the world, though. Yeah, just about. All right, let's get another Skywise setup over here, then. And then if we want to expand the manufacturing, we're getting 82 goods out of this? Oh, my God. We can boost this even further with more production efficiency as well. Holy crap, dude. And we can upgrade it again. Oh, my God. This is nuts. All right, do it. We have the Winter Palace. Let me guess, though. I'm pretty sure we are spending a lot of oil keeping everything up and running. Yeah, we've only got minus 46 in the city, but I've got more than enough coal. All I need is one more carrion liquefactor, and we're set there, to be honest. For that, I need more cores, though. That's fine. We got teams. We got cores. Let's go get cores. And let's also just go ahead and establish our path over to Winterhome. We might as well. It has to happen no matter what. And the Faith Keepers are protesting again. Research the actuated heat dispatcher. That's fine in 20 weeks. Get them up to neutral. I don't remember what our existing relations are. I'll just research this. It'll be fine. It won't take long. Say, shut down a heating district. Oh no, how annoying. Whoops, and over here... Oh, we actually finished all of the materials there too. I didn't realize that. We could try expanding just a little bit more. Not that I need the extra materials, mind you. We have more than I know what to do with. Let's get another trail from this oil well. It's going to take a while, but we need a skyway, because I bet you I can make some really good stuff with this. We'll get these city-run alcohol shops up and a-running. So that brings me up to 42 heat stamps per week. That's fine. And is that the entirety of the Frostlands explored? It looks like it. Nope, there's one left that we can't get to right now. All right, close enough. Winterhome, let's send the colonists. It says we're ready. I think we're ready. Let's just do it. All right, a radical group of evolvers has come forward with a proposition: send the Faith Keepers away. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Equal from all communities. We know how this works. And by the way, this kiln settlement over here, we can improve to get me 200 oil. Oh my god. I mean, yeah. There's a very real chance that embracing the Frostlands is overpowered. I'm not even gonna lie. I think there's a very good chance that it's grossly overpowered. And I'm not even training workers right now. That's the crazy thing. Look at this. I'm in such positives, and I'm not even getting the production efficiency boost. Wow. I'm not going to build anything else in the city for a while, though, unless I absolutely have to. Main reason being my population is not high enough to feel... Well, take that back. We're good now. I was going to say, not good enough to feel like I can build things in an emergency situation. We sure as heck can now, though. Okay, this extraction district is now done, so we're starting to run lower on local materials. We either fix that with another outpost, or we take advantage of the iron. And the fate of Winterhome. All right, now we get to make our next choice. Once again, the Cursed City. Under the ruins, we could expand the generator and bring out levels of warmth we never dreamt of. This is the whole defeat the frost option, but what we're going to do instead is seal the toxic fissures underneath the city, burying the cores in an avalanche. And then we are going to build this into a proper settlement. Faith Keepers will be peeved. Tis what tis. We're going to have a civil war no matter what. We already know this. Let's do it. Are we sure? Yep, I'm sure. So what happens when we trigger the avalanche? Well, I've watched Mulan, so I'm pretty sure all the entire Hunnic army is about to die. Or the Mongolian army, not Huns. Whatever. You get the point. So we're just gonna fill in these little chasms, huh? I'll be honest, I liked the challenge of having to extract all of the cores when we did, but alright. Chapter 4, Veracity. There we go. New research available. The Evolvers have new ideas. There are still toxic fumes. We have to contain the toxic fissures. Okay, so that's the new thing we are working on. Don't worry about getting the cores, but Frostbreak and Seal. Gotcha. So I need to have a fume filtration district. That's a special district? Sure enough, it is. Interesting. It takes cores to build these. Well, it's a good thing I have exactly 3 cores left, huh? Because I'm not getting any more of them. There is, however, a geothermal spring over here. A couple of them. A method of getting infinite heat with no need for coal? Well, well, well. We should research the geothermal plants, I think. Unfiltered for steam output or geothermal plants that are filtered. But this would increase disease. We could deal with that. I would need to place down hospitals, but the extra steam seems pretty nice. How useful is that really, though, when I have more fuel than I know what to do with? Probably not very helpful. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it. Why increase disease? We don't need to. Well, I've still got 55 more teams to work with. Is there a single steam core that I can take advantage of anywhere in the world? I don't know of any more, actually. That might have been it. In which case, I really hope that all I need were the 3 steam cores left to seal this stuff in the Winterhome ruins. I really hope that's all I need. Looks like we still have the choice between rapid and safe frost breaking. The rapid is so much faster. It's tempting. There are some cores here, actually. We can still get some. Okay, hang on. So we're not completely isolated from all cores, just most. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, okay. Well, no matter what, we still need to get some housing set up somewhere safe away from all the gas. So let's plan on that. Place down 3 housing districts in this kind of a pattern, which gets me the maximum heat value here. We may still need to expand the districts to get some patrol safety towers later if there is going to be sabotage. I sort of suspect there will be. And I guess we should go ahead and just start working toward these fissures. What else really matters, right? Like, just get to these. It takes 600 workers to do this, though. That is just so painful. Well, gonna be a long time, and I do think that maybe we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. Yeah, there's our next heat source right there. Steam absent. We could use that instead in a pinch. That is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, the Faith Keepers are increasingly going to be a problem. The cold just got worse, but it doesn't matter. We're still in the positive and almost capped on oil. Oh my god. And yep, there's the effort to sabotage. Okay, we knew that was gonna happen. Let's get the housing taken care of. We're going to expand these. We'll have to place down a couple of things. We might even need to get a hospital. But for the moment, this is good enough. And I'll wait until we actually get the prompt from the game to do this. Aside from that, though, I think we are looking remarkably stable. Not too bad. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Frostpunk 2 at maximum difficulty. Next video, we're going to speed run through Winterhome, and depending on how things go, we might even be able to speed run through the Civil War as well. It really does depend. Week 400, and we are this close to being done with the game. I am definitely going faster than last time, and better than ever. Be sure to hit that like button if you've been impressed with my playing so far. Leave a comment, subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys next time.